Hi, Keun. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you, Christopher?
Doing well. We finally had a couple of warm days, although I know the cold's coming again. This is Keun. I'm gonna correct me if I say your last name Ahn.
Yes. Keun
Okay.
Ahn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
And Keun has a game, Shadows, Heroes, and Monsters, which is a card game, 2 or 3 player card game where you're collecting treasure and leveling up, kind of, and doing that sort of thing. I got to play it at Sin City Con. He's been at lots of different conventions working really hard to promote his game. It was a successful Kickstarter in 2022, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Last year. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, let's just talk about your game. Why did you even want to design a board game?
That's a good question. I'm born in South Korea, and I was a gamer with just playing a lot of digital card game or digital games generally. And like a PC game, Nintendo or PlayStation or something like that. I was a huge gamer, and I realized I was really addicted, basically. So like while I was on game on the queue, and I go to bathroom, and then I really don't have enough time to wait, so I go to bathroom while I'm waiting the queue. So that how much I was addicted.
Oh, wow.
Anyway,
Okay.
yeah. So and I find myself, it's like, oh, this is, yeah. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. And I moved this 7 years ago to America, and then I saw the board games industry, because in South Korea everyone played the digital game. There are not like board games, very few. But I played a few, but it's not, yeah, it's not big, yeah, population, unfortunately. But I saw it in here, and then I was like, really fascinated. It's like, wow, this is the way to go. And I played it. I joined a few board game group around my town, and I just enjoyed it. Just the atmosphere, and it just the human interaction. It's not because in digital game you just press the play now, and play now.
Right. Uh-huh.
But this one is you have a chat. You know, you just kind of relax. It's like how it's going on. It just sometimes that kind of thing is make me just having fun, and then at the same time it's like it's control myself. So yeah, that's the starting it, and then yeah, I had one idea. Sorry, I just talking a long time.
No. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then I had an idea, one of the card game in digital version. Actually, wanted to make the digital game because that's all I saw when I was there. And then when I moved to here, it's like, oh, I need to change this form to digital version because I don't know the programming. So, but yeah, I'm kind of I'm confident with the drawing or the graphic art part. So okay, let's try, and then it start to find some publisher. But then when I develop it, it's like I feel like I can finish them all. It just started doing, and then realize I don't need it. I don't have enough time. So I work with a few eight different artists,
Mm-hmm.
and then it came out really well, and I tried to make the game that I will enjoy it for like my lifetime.
Yeah.
But this is the whole the result that I wanted to play. I still play the games. This game. Yeah. So far that's so good, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how was your Kickstarter experience? Because you've finally got to the point of fulfillment. So you've gone through that whole thing kind of by yourself. You took care of making the game. You took care of doing your Kickstarter. You took care of marketing it.
Yeah.
What have you enjoyed the most, and what has been hardest for you through that whole process?
Um, I mean, everything was hard for sure, but I enjoyed it. I really enjoy learning new progress and working with different people and different country. Um, yeah, some like difficult part is like tax and tax and VAT agency part from to shipping to EU area.
Yeah.
That was a hard, yeah. But the other part was fun, just the learning different things and working with different fulfillment company and yeah, shipping company. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you see happening next with your game then? Like what would
Next,
you? Yeah, now that you've gotten to that part where all your are you going to try to get it into
yeah.
retail, or what are you doing now?
Now I'm like you saw me multiple times. I go to convention. I just generally love being in convention. So it's just my playground. Even though I'm people see me working, but I'm just enjoying being in there. And another things I'm coming make. I mean expansion for sure. Already almost made all the structure for the expansion, but I'm waiting for the people's feedback. So after that, I can develop which direction I can develop better. And another coming up game is like kinds of market manipulation plus resource management. So that's the things coming up, I guess.
Yeah. Is that market manipulation? Is that in the same universe, or is that going to be a different?
Yeah, I wanted to stick with the theme and the story,
Mhm.
but um, kinds of EU style. I mean, Euro style
Mm.
um, board game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, what are some of your favorite board games, especially after you came out of playing a lot of video games? What kind of board games really got you excited?
Um, I mean, I always like to try different things, different game. Even though some game is old, I still enjoy like a Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Um, Or recently I played also Chinatown, also good. I mentioned to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, yeah, like we're like what was the Split Island? That's also a good one I play recently.
Yeah.
Again, yeah, yeah. There are so many great games. Yeah, it's just amazing how different they can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of so your game is a hybrid collectible game, right?
Yes.
But a lot of card games play either 2 or 4 players. Although Magic Commander does play, you can play 3. Why did you end up with a 2 to 3 player format though?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
interesting question. So yeah, it's the game format is not, I would say, not exist. Probably the similar one is Munchkin,
Hmm.
but the Munchkin is very focused on the backstabbing or the
Yeah.
killing the monster.
Uh-huh.
But this one uh, has a like a resource management,
Hmm.
so you actually don't need to fight at all. So people don't see that part because oh, there is a monster, so I gotta actually hit them, or oh, there is an opponent, so I gotta fight. Yeah, but actually you don't need to fight. That's the whole point of this game. So it's a PvPvE. So there is always multiple choice. What was the question? I'm sorry.
Just why did you go with that 2 to 3 player format?
To the super, yes.
Yeah.
So in this game is PBE deck building card game. So you're fighting against the opponent and the monster. So I tried the 4 players and it takes too long and it's too complicated during the game.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 player is it's great because people already get used to with the PvP system.
Yeah.
But 3 players also works well because this is PvPvE.
Mm-hmm.
So you can backstab each other. Literally, you can gank one person. So I mean, so it is matched with the theme and story. That's why I end up with a 3 player.
Yeah.
I want to make this 4 player. It's working, but people can try that way, but I do not recommend it. It would take too long. It's kind of ruining the game speed.
Yeah, I got to play, and even with teaching, we were into a lot of it pretty quickly. So, talk a little bit about what you do on a typical player turn in the game.
Typical turn, you just choose the car. Each turn, you take the each player. When your turn, no. How do I start that part? So like, there is a leader card, which is the first player marker, and this is that gonna move to each player, and whoever has the leader has their turn to do. So that leader can kind of picking the monster's action. With that information, you can decide, oh, this time monster is aggressive, so I gotta defend, or this time monster is super defensive, so I gotta not attack it or something like that, because I know this monster is gonna defend from if I attack to the monster. So that kind of if that's the whole strategy you can plan, like so instead of just the fighting or build up your damage, of course that's the one of the strategy, but during your turn you can access a whole your deck basically. And then you can choose what you want to do with that information you have, and then you make your decision during the turn and you build your character the way you want, literally. So that's the whole point of this game. So like like full customization.
Yeah. What's your favorite treasure card in the game? Because there's treasure, right? Like things that I'm trying to remember. Like there was like an armor I got that I didn't have when I started. How did I get that?
So the player have a choice to go collect the XP and or collecting the gold. And with the XP, you learn new skill card, which is like deck building concept.
Oh, okay. That's how it was. It was the XP. Okay.
Yeah, and then with the gold, you can buy the more item, so you can make your hero strong. So either way, you build your hero, stronger. That's the whole point of this game. Just make your hero stronger, and yeah.
Okay. So who, as far as other designers that influenced you, whether video games or board games, did you have any particular designers that influenced you?
Yeah, that's definitely a good, great question. I have a few mentors. Like they are always help me and always impact me, even though as a game designer, also as an entrepreneur aspect as well. Like a card from the Smart and Dagger.
Yeah,
I think you heard of it. Yeah. And Keith from the Thunderworld games.
Oh yeah.
They are really great designer, and they're super helpful always. Yeah, I'm so happy to I can talk with them. Yeah, and I mean, I influenced from a lot for designing game. There are a lot of games. Sometimes I just walk by and not from the game and got some idea. So it's not just the game design by influenced by something in the game industry, I would
Yeah.
say.
Could you give me an example?
Well, I don't remember what was recently what I'm the um recent one that I'm developing was I come up the idea by just reading um the um I don't know some other books,
Uh-huh.
and it came up just it's not directly, it's because it just impact. Oh, so like I was making the marketing game, market game, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
just and then usually market focused on customer. So oh, that'll be fun to treat the customer, something like that, and then that kind of messed up with the theme, mixed with the theme together with the like game, and then that create different um story, something
Mhm.
like that. I don't
Yeah.
know how to explain.
What was the name
Well,
of the book?
I the I that's just the book was the Seth Godin. The book was the sorry, it translated to Korean, so the
Okay.
title is um let me just type it.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, yeah, if you can't, if you don't have it at hand, it's okay.
Yeah, so it's not even related at all of
Sure.
the to the any board game. It is about um it is about some the marketing book, I think.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that's okay. So, what have you found most rewarding personally, as far as designing a game and then getting it in somebody's hands? What do you really enjoy when somebody plays your game?
Um, when I just see their when they make the different strategy than I never expected.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's the whole purpose of this game. Like, um, because the the game, the Shadows, Heroes, and Monster. This game is like a full customization game. So
Mm-hmm.
I can't master my game, even though I know each car. I designed the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this whole combination you come up, any player come up with, or because of that specific situation.
Yeah.
And when I see that people create their own
Mm.
strategy that I never even think about it, and use different a car for totally different purpose. Let's say like the car is the function is for healing,
Mm-hmm.
but the my friend played the healing card for kinds of killing me.
He attacked you with it. Okay.
No, it's like I don't remember the exact situation, but it gives because that triggered the other car, and
Uh-huh.
the car gave it impact to me, and then I did not finish my mission or something like that.
Huh.
Anyway, so it's like that kind of when I see it, it's like
Yeah. Um,
yeah, that's usually a very happy moment to me when yeah. if somebody break my game, basically, then I'm happy because it.
Well, I mean, do you consider that breaking it? Because that's just emergent, right? That's just an emergent
Yeah,
strategy.
it's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, it's not breaking the game, but it's not like I don't know. Like it changed the purpose. I would say.
Hmm.
Yeah, like the card is made for attack, but they use the card for not attacking. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like just collecting gold or something like that.
Yeah. Interesting. Um, so your market game, as you do more of that Euro game, how many times? First of all, how many times did you playtest Shadows, Heroes and Monsters?
Oh, that was my first game, so
Yeah.
also my passion games, and I developed like 9 years.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Since I was in Korea, so
Yeah.
it's like I don't know, it doesn't count, I guess, because I didn't have that much chance to play test. There are not a lot of people who play board game.
Then you did playtest over the last few years,
I don't
right?
know, like yeah, over the like over 2 years, I think like 200 over 200, and then I stopped counting it. It just
Sure.
and then it's like
So as you develop your next game, what have you learned about how you want to play test and what you're going to do with that then?
mm, next game.
The market game.
I don't know. I yeah, just the same way. Play test, and then I think I already have a really good people around Indianapolis here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just people are really nice to just give all the feedback. Yeah.
How do you feel about blind playtesting? Like, do you get to that point where you just put the game on the table and give them rules and wait till they're done to answer any questions, or what do you?
Well, that one I didn't go through actually for the shadows. I know it was so necessary. I heard,
Mm-hmm.
but I sent it to the reviewer directly,
Yeah.
and that was my blind test actually. I know I should not do that, but the review was actually the reviewer. They were nice, or
Yeah.
they really liked the game or something, but was the or positive review so far. So it was I don't know, it was lucky, I guess. But yeah, I didn't do the blind test, but I think definitely I needed that one. Yeah. Also, my game's rulebook is kind of thick and long, so
Yeah.
I didn't even thinking to do that. Yeah, it was tight. Also, the time schedule was tight. I wanted to publish it before. I wanted to deliver before last year, like
Yeah.
December. So during I have to finish the Kickstarter like before June. Yeah, so I can actually print it. Yeah.
So, I know you mentioned that you're going to go to Gen Con. What's your plan there this summer?
Not specifically, but I definitely meet more people and just show my game, and hopefully I see more people who never played it, or also who played it before. Like to see them. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. There's some. Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's some. Small gift for anybody there, so that'll be exciting to share.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a really good gaming community in Indianapolis, but when everybody gets together from all over the country, it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So with smaller conventions, what's your favorite smaller convention you've been to?
Smaller convention. Yeah, I go to conventions a lot. Like, yeah, actually, yeah, I have this is my badge. I don't know if you see it.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure you have also a lot too, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So for those who might just be listening and not watching, he pointed to, I don't know, what do you have, 15 to 20 hanging back there?
Yeah, something like that. That's the or the convention badge.
Yeah.
The small one was I really loved. The one was the I didn't expect. That's why I guess the Lake City, the Warsaw, Indiana. That was the last year.
Warsaw?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
first time they never did it, and then that was like under 100 people. I think
Oh,
total 100 under 100.
but
Um,
you,
it
you
was
felt
really nice.
you felt like it was a good use of your time as a publisher, or you just had a really good time hanging out with people, or
Yeah, it was a really good time with the people, and it just they're really friendly. Also, they're um the one guy really promoted my game. Like here's a game designer, show up here. So like he promoted for everyone, and then they're like they know each other also.
yeah.
So like yeah, they're like 20 people already know each other. So they play it and they bring other friends and they play together. Yeah, that's something I don't see other convention.
Yeah.
That was a very interesting. Yeah. Another thing was the GooseCon.
Uh-huh.
Um, that was a last year. Also, that I think that last year was the first time for them.
Yep. Yep. In Cincinnati at the convention center downtown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, you know that, but I didn't
Yeah.
see you there.
No, I didn't go to that one, but I
Oh,
knew I knew it was happening. It was the week before Sin City Con, which I already
yeah.
had tickets for. Yeah.
Yeah, that was also really. I had a really good time because it was I think it was smaller than that. So more so it's like kind of under 50, I believe.
Oh, for GooseCon.
Yeah, for a whole people probably was
Oh wow.
50,
Yeah. Okay.
including the. Uh, but it was a really good time because I had a time I can play.
Hmm.
I can play the full game. Who love my game?
Uh-huh.
So we play like a 3-player game. So who already know my game, and yeah, we played it one more time. So and they love to play one more time. So sure, I will join it. So, since you guys already know how to play, so we just enjoyed it literally.
Oh, that's great to hear. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like since I moved back, because I just moved back to Cincinnati in 2020, I feel like since I moved back, the board gaming environment here has really continued to grow. Because I
Mhm.
moved away in 2017 and then came back in 2020. I feel like it's continued to grow here and continuing to be a good place to meet people and game with people. Um,
You're in Michigan, right?
I was in Michigan for a couple of years, yeah.
Oh,
But then I just moved back to Cincinnati. I
oh.
yeah in 2020. So when you're teaching your game, what is the hardest concept for people to grab?
Um. So it is um because people are not familiar with PvE,
Yeah,
and then some people are like, "What is that? Then what does that mean?" Like, people doesn't even know PvP meaning.
yeah,
Um, so that part is hard. Um, because if people doesn't know that kinds of background,
hmm
um, that kinds of concept, it's not familiar.
hmm
Um, yeah, that's the hardest part. And the game the usually the card game is like either Dominion style
hmm
or the Magic the Gathering style. That's
hmm
the basically or card game format. So they keep looking for that kind of style. And then
yeah,
if there is something like not like that, then it kind of I don't know how to play, but there's other games. Yeah, so it's that's the hard part. But
yeah,
once they get it, it's a easy game to learn. But it's just that barrier is a hard part.
Yeah.
I think.
So, what are you looking forward to here in 2023 besides Gen Con? Are you hoping to actually launch your next game this year, or what does 2023 look like for Keun Games?
I don't know exactly. I am making it, but it's just I need trying to more promote my games right now because um people doesn't know about this game.
Yeah.
That's the hard part of it because I'm just launched the one game, so nobody know about this game. That's right now working on it, and yeah. Sometimes the idea come up very quickly, so it's really yeah.
Are you going to do anything else as far as marketing this year besides going to conventions, or like are you going to
Going to convention and promote my game, and because of that, right now the expansion already done.
Yeah.
But then I need to see what people like more. Like there is a multiple characters, and as you remember, the game it's like very expandable. So
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure what character people will like it, or what kinds of monster they like it. That kinds of things. So I need more feedback, basically, or at least to complain or criticism, so I can develop the better or something different game. Yeah. So I'm definitely working on it. Yeah.
So the expansion is probably what we'll see next from you. It sounds like.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure because yeah. I'm not sure about it because it's just
yeah.
I'm not sure because I need to. Yeah, not yet.
Well, so if you could define success for your game, like at what point are you going to say, yes, I've been successful, I'm happy with where this is at? What does that mean?
What do you mean?
So you have your game, you're continuing to promote it. At what point are you like, okay, I feel like I can focus on other things like developing my other games more than I need to worry about promoting because I am successful now with Shadows, Heroes, and Monsters. When do you feel like you'll finally hit that?
Well, I don't know. People noticed it more. But the thing is, when I'm looking is like if I focus on other game, it come back to the other old game. If the second game go popular, and then they checking other game as well.
Yeah.
So that's another way that I'm thinking. Yeah. So it's just it's since that the Shadows was my passion game was a lot put effort on it. So really hard to move on.
Yeah, I mean, 9 years is a long time. That's a big part of anyone's life.
I mean, I stopped it during the time too, but yeah, it was a lot, but also I'm still enjoying this game. So
yeah.
I wish people know more about this game, but yeah, I definitely I need to work on more about because I need right now. It was not a big success for the Kickstarter, so unless it's I guess like around 1,000 people, then probably it just I can develop the expansion. But I don't think if I don't touch any 1,000 people, it's not a good idea to develop the expansion because it costs a lot. Like it's for the shipping and artist and material.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
minimum quantity. So as a game designer, I want to push this one, but as a entrepreneur who run this business, I can't continue basically.
yeah. Well, and that's part of what I was wondering, because you kind of mentioned that before when we were talking in person. You said the Kickstarter wasn't as successful as you wanted, but from an outsider's perspective, they could be like, well, he raised several $1,000s. What else do you want? So like that's really what my question is when and what does it mean to be successful with this game?
I think it need to be 1,000. Yeah, even though I asked to the other publishers,
Yeah.
you need to reach the 1,000 people, I think.
Uh-huh.
So at least I can print it good amount.
Yeah.
So because right now it's not, you're losing money literally.
Yeah. Yeah. And that
So, but yeah, I mean, it just was my passion project. So
mm-hmm.
that's
Well,
the yeah.
What else would you want to? Because hopefully people will listen to this, and I do have people listen all over. What if you could only tell people one thing about your game so that they would come and check it out? What would it be?
The game is available in keungames.com. It's PBE, deck building card game. So instead of like the starting of this game was I got frustrated when I see the people only play the high tier deck. Have you ever experienced like that? Like everyone just play like high win rate deck, and then famous people already made that deck, and then you need to have the certain cards.
Yep.
In order to win in the game.
Like in Magic, you can just buy the meta, basically.
Yeah. Something like that, and not just the Magic, any Pokemon, where almost all the card game is like that. So
yeah.
And this game was like I love my troll deck. Literally, I want to build crazy, but I still want to win the game with that crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so that's why I made this game. So you have a full access of your deck and then full customization and against the opponent and the monster at the same time. If you're looking for just more than fight, yeah, this is the game you should try.
Sounds great. Well, thank you so much, Keun. I really appreciate your time, and I really hope that you do have some good luck and success with it. So, anything else you want to say tonight?
Thank you for tonight. Inviting me this and wonderful, this meeting. I really had a good time. Also, we're gonna see again.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure we will see each other again. So
yeah, because I think I saw you already like 3 conventions, right? I think.
Yeah, I get around to. So
yeah. Since you moved since in the around the Ohio, right? Ohio.
Yeah, I'm in Cincinnati.
Yeah, definitely we will see.
Yeah.
Because I will keep going to convention even if I'm not developing games.
Well, that's good to hear because it's fun to play games with you too. So
it was fun.
Yeah. Thanks, Keun.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.